What's up, guys? Tommy at Monts Family Homestead. Hey, I brought you to work for a little while today. Yeah. Some of you may have troubles with window regulators, things like that. You let your windows go up and down. I'm going to try to show you the easiest way that I've found to put one in. Now, this is a 2012 F-150 crew cab. Does have electric door locks, electric windows, electric mirrors, things like that. It did come standard that way. But the easiest way that I found to do this is just, you got to do it one step at a time. So I'm going to try to take you step by step and make sure I don't break the glass. All right, guys, where you put your hand to pull the door to, I've got it started right here. There's a little square. Stick your pig and pull that up. And there is a bolt right there, 8mm. And then inside where the door handle is, I've just got this one barely started up here in the corner. Take your pick, go behind here, pop this out. And that piece will come out. And then there's another 8mm bolt right there. So we'll get those two out, that one and that one. Some of these separate on these door panels. Some do, some do not. That's to replace your mirror. Some of them you have to take the whole door panel off. The way you can tell is this crease that comes around here. If it goes all the way around to here, it separates. But if it doesn't, you have to remove the whole door panel. But while I've got you here, now mind you, you see how nasty this truck is? But we try to keep them as best we can. But I'm not the driver, I'm just the worker, the mechanic, if you will. Take your screwdriver, pop right up under here. Pop that up. I try to be as careful as careful as I can. Pop this up. There'll be 2 wiring harnesses that come in. 3, my bad, because this one's got the lock and unlock. That being where you can cut the windows off and on where nobody else can control it. And then you got the 4 buttons for each window that the driver controls. So there's a tab here, you mash down. And these have never been off, so I may have to, let me show you where they are. That tab, and there's another tab right here on this one. And then, get it around, there's another tab there. Push these in, big old thumb out of the way, like that. And then, like that. And then, maybe like that. So that's out of the way. I just dropped my wiring harness down in there. We'll take these bolts out and go from there. All right, after those 2 bolts are out, that one. Under the bottom of the door panel, there are 2 retainer bolts, one there towards the back, and then right there towards the front. Those are, I think they're 6mm. Let's see, 6 or 7. Yeah, 6mm. So take those out. Then what you'll do, you'll pick straight up. So if I do this one-handed like that, it'll come off. And then you've got the wiring harness here for the electric mirrors. And then you have, let's do this. Then you have the door latch itself. You will take, there's 2 little tangs right here. You can see this. I'm hoping I get this right. There's 2 little tangs. Just mash in, pull this out, and then slide this retainer where the cable goes in. Slide that up, and your door panel will come off. All right, see these little retainers right here? Just mash those in. You can mash them in one at a time. Pull one side out, push that one in and pull it out. Then bring this around like that. Slide your cable out. And then your door panel comes off. Set it aside back here or somewhere. And then we will get into the fun part, getting all that off. Now the inner door seal is silicone. I think that's silicone. What it feels like. It's got a glue content to it. Easiest way to do it is just take this off. Now you can clean these on the back, get all the glue off of them, stick it back on. Actually, this being a Ford does make a glue content for that, or you can get it at a body shop, either one. But I'm not gonna bore you with this. Take your time, do all this. This handle rest latch, well, not latch, bracket will have to come off. Take those two 8mm headed bolts off, and then we'll go from the bottom end up. All right, got that off. Now I will show you, you can take these seals off, which it's easier to be honest with you. You'll have a little more play with your window, but you can see that this window is supposed to run in this track right here. That way it goes up, and the felt, always check your felt too to make sure there's not torn or anything like that. But this window has jumped over beyond that. So we'll have to go and we'll take this bolt, this bolt, this bolt. Now, I will tell you, you don't have to take your speaker out, but it makes it a lot easier to do that, because getting some of these bolts, and I will show you this too, this is something Ford has a problem with. The doors are too thin. See that bracket right there? That is the window regulator bracket. It's supposed to be, let me get back around here. It's supposed to have a small hole just for the bolt to go in, but over time it breaks loose. Now look at this. Here's another problem. So we're getting into more and more body work now. I'm gonna have to look and see if I may even just change doors on this truck. These you can weld, but it is very tedious. It's so thin. You can see how thin that is. I mean, that's, I don't know. It might be a 30 thousandths thick, maybe, at the very most. And then on top of that, where your back window bracket, this one that goes up, it's doing the same thing here. See there? See? Let me get you a shot on the inside. See that bracket? It's broken out up through here too. So we may have more than what we want to do. So if you hear a rattle, it won't do it now because the window's so tight, pushed against everything. That's the reason it's out of bracket up there, out of track up there. All right, let's look and see what we're gonna do with this thing. All right, guys, come to the conclusion that since this truck has 154,800 something, I think what I'm gonna do here is actually make me a square bracket to go here like this. And that way I can rivet, so there's nothing behind here. I can rivet that bracket on, drill me a hole, put that stud through there. That's the other front, or the front regulator. I'll get it right in a minute. It's been a long day, guys. And then back here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I may just put me what they call a body washer. I think I can find one big enough to do that, with a smaller hole there. And then probably same thing there, because this stuff is so thin. I'll show you. The bracket is twice or 3 times as thick as the door. Now, I'm no engineer, but that doesn't work. The radio speaker brackets are 5.5 millimeter or 7/32. These are 10 millimeter heads, each one of those. So we'll get those out and watch these little clips. Don't let one fall down inside and not know it. We'll have to take that one loose and just pull it back together. That way it'll stay. All right, guys, when you pull the speaker out, it's got that little tab right there. Mash that down, just pull that out. This one on the motor is kind of hard to get to. It's actually on top, right up there. If you ever have a doubt about how things lock in and unlock, if you'll look on, this will be the new motor here. See that little slide or that little tab right there? That means there's a lock up top. So you have to go behind it, pick up. Some of them have a little flange you can mash down and then pull the wiring harness out. Let's see if I can get you close enough here. All right, see that tab right there? Mash that down. Like that. And then pull straight out. And it's got your wiring harness undone. All right, this bolt holds a motor. That bolt with a stud there. And of course, if these were still in there, there'd be 2 bolts here, there, and then 1 up here. These have got the little slots where you can actually put your bolts in there. I think this one comes with new bolts. You can slide those through and slide it down, and that's going to hit bottom anyway, so it's not going anywhere. So let's be kind of careful and pull this out. And again, I may have to use both hands because I don't want to be have a mashed finger or cut hand or anything like that. I usually use gloves, but like I said, when we push that out, everything's going to fall. So let me do it with both hands. All right, I had to use just a little, not much, just to get it slid down. What I'm going to do is just take it and slide it down, and you can see it going in the bottom. I'm just going to put it in the bottom until I get ready to put everything in. All right, I've had to put these in the past, so had some left over, had to find them in my toolbox. So what I'm probably going to do is, in this spot, there'll be one bolt there, and what I'll do is grind that flat. Then I'll take the other one, it's the same size, that one, I'll put them together. That way they'll be flat again when I put them together and put the bolts in there. There's not much we can do with this, but like I said, put those together, flatten them out, and then we can put them back in this bracket or outside of the bracket there. And then this one, get it up there. That'll go right there. That'll cover that hole, the whole hole. And that'll take care of those. And then again, what I'll do here is I'll get me a piece of small aluminum and just cut me a bracket or a flat piece. Probably come all the way down to here, since this is broken out here. Come all the way down, rivet there, 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 there. So there's 6 or 7 rivets. Just 3/16 rivets there to hold it. Now just let's see the new one. These pieces are actually tied together through here through a cable. And what they do is you set your window down in here. There's a bolt on this side. Set your window in. Like I said, I'll show you the best I can. Set your window in it after you get your regulator in the door, and then tighten.
Alrighty, guys, got the window regulator and motor and everything out, just to let you see it's down there in the floor. But what I usually do, and I should have showed you this to start with, but this is a 3/4 inch piece of PVC. I cut a wedge in it like that. I put it under the door glass so the door glass will be held up, and I just prop it right there so I can get everything in. Just a little country hick ingenuity. All right, just to kind of let you see, cut me a 3x3 piece out of 1/8 aluminum. Just put the bolt or the nut on there, And see these bolts here go in these slots. They drop all the way down to hang the window regulator. So this washer, like I said, will cover that hole. And like again, you know, guys, this is a work truck. A used door for this thing is $500. Now, don't tighten these up all the way. Just tighten them up enough to see where you can get just a little wiggle, and do the same thing on this one, this bolt and this bolt. Like I said, I hadn't put my 4 rivets in here yet. That's fixing to be done. But this little bracket right there is what the window sits in. There's one there and then one there. So what we'll do is we'll take and put our hand up here. Don't just jerk this out because you'll break the glass. Hold your, or you can grip it from up here if you can get your fingers through there. Let it down. All right, guys, we got, let me get out of there. I told you if you would go to about right here, that's what this hole is for there. And then right there, your bolt that goes in, if I can get you the bolt right there. Anyway, it's in that hole right there. But got the 4 bolts, or 4 bolts. 2 rivets in. I'll get this out in a minute. 4 rivets in, and then all the bolts and everything done. I've run it up and down twice to make sure everything is where it needs to be. And then I've tightened everything up. All right, one little test run just to be sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Oh, hey, that's the rear. We don't need to do the rear, we need to do the front. All right, stop where it's supposed to. And, okay. And I am trying this to be sure it's not binding anywhere, so we're good to go. All right, guys, at the bottom, remember, there's 3 little tabs that slide in. Let's see if I can get you a better view. These 3 at the bottom, they go down in the hole, and you just have to lift up just a little bit for the rest of these to go in. Don't forget to hook your mirror up if you got one. And then this one goes in. Make sure I can get you there. That tab goes in like that. Pull back and lock it in. Just that easy. All right, guys, door panel's installed. Control panel for the windows is installed. Bolt there, bolt there. Now, I will tell you, when you start to put your door panel back on, make sure that your doors are locked. The reason I'm saying this is, or you can just lock this one by itself, because it's hard to get the lever under this, because it's got a little access point here that you have to push from the back side, which is not easy sometimes. But kind of keep this end up, you'll slide it over, push over on your door panel, and then down, it'll pop through. And then we'll pop that piece in and that piece in, and we're through. And then your 2 bolts here, one there and one there. Hey guys, I meant to show you this. There's the piece of PVC that I had stuck inside the door. Like I said, just cut you some slots through it. Your window will drop down into there. You can prop it up like that until you get everything done. All right, guys, thank you for watching Monts Family Homestead. Hey, I hope I taught you a little bit today about replacing a regulator on a Ford 2012 F-150. They're not that bad. You just have to be careful with them, and especially when you're putting the glass and all back in. Hey, again, thank you for watching. God bless you. Thank you so much for what you've done for us. And remember, God loves you.